I want to start with, I'm not intimidated by a gang patch. Yeah, I'm not intimidated.
And some people might be intimidated by a moko. Just what I might mention that point.
Our marae open up space for whānau. We're not afraid. And we do that on a daily basis. It is not a space that a bill can determine who and what can come onto our marae. It is our tino rangatiratanga that we determine what and who can come on. We set the parameters, we set the rules, and everybody abides by that. But that's how we behave on a marae. So this is not a place where this is not something that we do lightly either. You know, we have kaumātua and kuia that hold those tikanga. You may laugh about it, but it's not a laughing matter on our marae. Our tikanga is the way we behave, yep, and we will uphold that. This bill puts our whānau in a position where they are judged, where they are made to feel like they are not valued, where they are made to feel like they are nothing. Our people are not nothing. Okay? Our people are not nothing. Our people wear a gang badge. And actually, do you know what we do? We actually have a kōrero. We actually have wānanga with them. We actually bring them into a space and say, what is happening? How can we awhi you to make better choices? What programs can we develop to help? That's what we need to do. That's a solution. And that's what we do through whānau ora, through our marae, through Māori providers. We wānanga, we hui with whānau. And I want to encourage that. This bill will do nothing. This bill is going to put our whānau backwards. This bill will put our people even further backwards in what they're doing today. It's not going to help us at all. And our people deserve to be treated better. Like I said in question time, why is it that swastikas are not part of the legislation? Why is it that the Black Power insignia is named and a swastika isn't? Why aren't white supremacist gangs named? Why is it just those of us that are brown? Yeah, I don't understand that. It's unfair for our people to be treated that way. We will never agree to this bill. We absolutely do not support it. And it's our right to ensure that our marae, our tikanga, are not wavered so that they can make the decisions that they need to for our people. Kia ora.
Very calm in comparison. This is what happens when you've got some interesting things. We got Stacey back.
Well,
this time she didn't give us a warning. She just turned up.
No. I did not give you warning at all this time. So, as Sam is very fond of pointing out, I am our resident Māori person on the team. Looking at me, you would not think so, right? That is what happens when your grandmothers marry white men for 8, 9 generations, I think. But I was actually about to jump in just before you played that clip, but now it is even more relevant. So I'm glad I waited. Right, so the Māori side of my whānau, none of them, not a single person are in or affiliated to gangs, right? However, the white side of my family, many of them, a very large number of them, either have been or are in or associated with the gangs. But nobody, apart from our last clip, is bringing up white gang members. It's all Māori and Pacifica and et cetera, and you are brown skinned, therefore you are bad. But
well, that's actually an interesting point. I would like to ask, how many of your Māori side of the family are females, and how many of your non-Māori side of the family are white men?
I've never tallied it up, but it's probably equivalent.
So yeah, I mean, because I know you're one of 4 sisters, so I know that. But that doesn't necessarily mean your cousins are all just sisters. There are probably some. Well, actually, I think.
Oh yeah, no. There's many tāne on both sides of the family. And
Yes, I think I know one of them. Was it when I worked at BP? He worked at BP in a different store, and we held this equivalent positions.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like my okay, I'm going to give away a little bit about my family here. I was at my auntie's funeral back in July, and found out that in their younger years, my dad and his brothers were referred to as the tall trees of Cannons Creek because they were probably the tallest people in bloody Porirua. The majority of my mum's family, however, not so much. That's why I'm such a short ass. I mean, no, I'm not short, but I'm not tall.
You're definitely not my height. I know that much.
Oh, no. No, use a
yeah.
giant. Bugger off. Kiwi bib, quite possibly. But so much of my dad's side of the family have stayed in Porirua and in Cannons Creek, and therefore have all those influences upon them. My mum's side, however, are from all over the place. Or, you know, we spread to a little bit of everywhere. And even with so many more influences and so many more people around us, they still just never gravitated to the gangs. Like, I mean, there's always going to be like those close little family and friend pockets. That's not a gang. That's your whānau, that's your tribe, that's who you look to for support. But for so many people, that's what their gang is to them. It's their whānau, it's their support network. And it's absolutely true. The only way that we can get people out of the gangs and get them stopping what they are doing is by addressing the situations that put them there in the first place.